Hey guys, and welcome back to another Seiko Saturday on I Like Watches Too. Today I'm going to be sharing with you my first impressions of an affordable Seiko that should have been part of my Seiko collection from the very beginning. Inside this box we have an affordable Seiko that seems to be well respected not just by new collectors but by experienced collectors as well. It is, of course, the Flight Master. How is it that I'm only just picking up this watch now? Yeah, I've left it way too long, haven't I? And I'm really keen to look at what all the fuss is about. This watch seems to generate a huge amount of interest. It's a very well respected watch, incredibly affordable. I picked up this watch for just over £200. So let's get into it. Ooh, there it is. Now I've picked this up from a grey market seller, citywatches.co.uk. No discount, no affiliate links, so no includes paid promotion icon. Just an awesome watch at a very affordable price, hopefully. Anyway, we'll find out in a minute. There is the hang tag, SNA 411P1. 200 meters of water resistance. Nice. Right, let's just give it a quick wipe. There we go. And here it is. First impressions are it's not actually as big as I thought it was going to be. Something that's put me off picking up this watch earlier, I think, is what I perceived to be its size and bulkiness. The other thing was just how busy the dial is, but I think that is, of course, part of its appeal to many people. It has an alarm, it's got a few functions, it's got a lot of information on the dial. It's really quite interesting to look at, isn't it? But yeah, in my hand, I'm surprised it feels actually not small, but just not quite as big as I was expecting. So that's a real bonus. And the hands are already at 10 past 10. Look, the watch reviewer standard hand position. Awesome. They must have known it was coming to me. That's incredible. Oh, look, these do have little locks on them, actually. These do rotate. That's not just for aesthetics. Let's press some buttons and see what happens. Nice. Start, stop, reset. Of course, it is quartz, so I don't need to wind it up. That hand has gone, yeah, pretty much up to the top, although something seems to be misaligned. Just need to line up that bezel. No clicks, free moving bezel. Yeah, the alignment looks pretty good, doesn't it? Let's just have a little fiddle with the crown, see what happens. Oh, screw down crown. Okay, that rotates too easily. Obviously, you don't need to wind it up. First position is the date change, and then second position is the time. Yeah. Screw the crown back in. That's nice and sort of slick and greasy. I mean, it does move quite easily, so it's going to get knocked. Don't expect that to stay aligned. It's probably going to get knocked throughout the course of the day. It's actually quite a sort of satisfying feeling. It's sort of super slick and greasy, actually. Really smooth. No sound at all. Lots of polished surfaces on this watch, so it is quite sort of dressy to some degree. We've got brushing on the bracelet and the top of the lugs as well. Yeah, the bracelet feels okay. Solid end links as well look nice. Are the links solid? I mean, they feel solid enough. Can't see any lines suggesting they are pressed or folded. What about the clasp? It will be pressed, won't it, for this sort of money with Seiko? Yeah, but that's what you come to expect when you're spending just over £200 on a Seiko. Couple of micro adjusts, safety latch signature. Nice, very nice. Yeah, there's quite a lot going on, isn't there? There's an alarm on this watch, so I'm gonna have to have a little mess around with it and sort of figure out how to do that. So I might just do a quick technical and functions run through on I Like Tech Watches Too at some point in the future. But yeah, I will do a review of this, definitely. It's a really sort of iconic and interesting piece, isn't it? And I'm looking forward to wearing it and experiencing it, actually, and seeing if those preconceived ideas that I had about this watch, just being a bit too busy and a bit too bulky, were wrong. And I think they might be. Yeah, it's quite charming, isn't it? In a very complicated, busy way. Right, there is some lume. Let's check out the lume. Give it a quick boost with the lume torch there. And as I suspect, this watch has been in a box for a few weeks. And there you go. Yeah, decent lume. Generally, even the affordable Seikos do have decent lume, don't they? So yeah, I'm happy with that. Nice. Right, let's resize this bracelet and get it on the wrist. And here it is on my 7¼ inch-ish wrist. And I think the biggest compliment I can pay this watch is to say I am now massively regretting not picking this up sooner. I really did have strong reservations about the busyness of the dial and the bezel, but also the size of it. But it really isn't as big as I was expecting. It wears really, really well. I mean, what would you expect from a Seiko? They have this uncanny knack of making watches, even big watches, wear really, really nicely. But I just don't think it looks big at all for my average-ish sized wrist, and the busyness actually doesn't look bad on my wrist at all. I am really quite surprised, I've got to say. I'm looking forward to spending more time with this watch, coming back and reviewing it on I Like Watches. Do let me know what you think of this watch in the comments section. I always enjoy reading your comments, and thank you as always for watching, guys. I do appreciate it. Take care, look after yourselves. You'll see me again very, very soon.